Let's say you are a business owner and you may receive a lot of messages. Some may be related to sales, some may be related to complaints, some may be related to reviews of your product, and there are some other categories such as general or spam. That means not all messages are important. So what you have to do, you have to hire someone or you have to spend some time by yourself to find out which messages are important based on their priority and based on their category. But what if I tell you that everything can be done by AI automation? So in this video, I am going to create an AI automation using n8n, which will automatically go to your inbox of your Gmail account, and it will classify all the messages into some categories. And not only that, it will give you the priority, that is it high priority, medium priority or low priority, along with summary of the messages and the recommended action. And it will create a log in Google Sheets. So later you can go to the Google Sheet and you can find out which messages are important and which messages need your attention. So without further ado, let's build that automation. I'm on the n8n canvas and I am using self-hosted n8n using Docker. So I will click on the plus icon and from the search node I will find Gmail, and the action should be on message received. And here we need to set up our credentials, and if I click here you can see that I have already connected my Gmail account to n8n. But if you haven't, click on the create new credentials, and then you can find a link at the top that read our docs, and if you click on that, it will redirect to you Google Auth 2 single service. And by following everything properly, you can create your credentials in n8n. And if you are not sure how you can do this, you can find a video over here, and if you click on the video and if you click on that, so it will show you the whole process how you can set up your Gmail account in n8n. So right now I am not doing that setup credentials for my Gmail account, so I am closing this. And now if you see that the pull times, the mode is every minute, that means this Gmail trigger will go to my inbox after every minute, and it will search if there is any new message. And if it finds any new message, it will fetch that event into n8n because the event is message received. And I will off this simplify button because I want everything from that message, the ID, the sender name, the time. This is why I toggle this off, the simplify button. Now at the bottom you can see that maximum emails per tool is 10, but you can make it to the 50, but the maximum emails per tool is 50. So if you select 100, then it will automatically convert this to 50. So what does it mean? It means that let's say you have 60 or 70 emails come to your inbox after 1 minute. So it will fetch the 50 emails and process it, and the 10 emails will be queued in n8n, and after 1 minute it will process the remaining emails. But here you can see we have two buttons, one is fixed and one is expression. So here you can write down as many number you want, so you can write down 100 and it will take that. If you let's say write 1000, it will also take that. So right now let's assume that we have a small business, so the maximum emails per tool, we need to process only 10 emails per tool, so I am placing 10 over here. And we don't want any kind of filters because we want every message to be processed, so this is fine. And I will click on the fetch test event. So we got a message, and if we just go down, we can see a lot of information over here. So we will see in the subsequent nodes what this message is all about. So let's pin this message for the test execution. So let's drag it over here, and we can name our workflow as email classifier. After adding the Gmail trigger, I will add a basic LLM chain so that I can write my prompt in this chain, and the source for prompt we will define it below. So we will use expression because we need the message subject and message body. So I will click on the expression, and here we will write down our prompt. So here we can write down our prompt, and if I show you that how the prompt will look like, so this is basically my prompt. So I will classify my emails into 5 categories, and here are our categories. The first one is sales, the second one is support, the third one is complaint, and the fourth one is general, and the fifth one is spam. And if you look at the prompt, you can see that I will tell the basic LLM chain that analyze the following email and classify it exactly one of the categories, and the criteria to be it as sales, that the sender is interested in buying a product or service. So he may include quotation requests, pricing questions, purchase inquiries, or some other potential customer related things. The second one can be support, that an existing customer needs help with a product or service, and he may include that he is facing some technical problems or account problems or delivery questions, something like this. So based on this, it will categorize as support. The third one is complaint. The sender is unhappy with the company, product, service, delivery, employee, or experience. So he may include negative feedback or formal complaints. Then there are one other category which is general. So we have so many messages in general category. So it is a legitimate email that does not clearly belong to sales, support, or complaint. And one is very important, which is spam. So we don't want the spam messages also. So some unwanted, irrelevant, deceptive, or unsolicited promotional messages, it will categorize as spam. And I am also telling the AI that also determine the priority, that is it high priority or medium priority or low priority. And after that, at the end, I will ask it to provide me the category, the priority, the summary, and recommended action. And not only that, it will be on JSON format. So after getting the JSON format output, I will add that JSON format into my Google Sheet. So that will be my final step. So I'll copy this prompt and paste it into my basic LLM chain. So again, I will double click on my basic LLM chain, and let's name this basic LLM chain as email classifier LLM. And at the define below, I will make it bigger and I will paste my prompt over here. And after that, I will give it my email subject, and I will drag from the left hand side the email subject. So let's find out the email subject. So here you can see, here we have the subject, and this is the subject: action required, verify your phone number on handshake. So I'll drag it over here, and I will again drag the email message. So it will analyze based on the email message and email subject. And if I again go down, so you can see this is my text. So I will drag it over here. So now the LLM will categorize my email based on the given prompt. Before executing the step, I want to add an AI chatbot. I will use the Gemini chatbot because it is free. I have used in my previous video also. So I have set the credentials for that also. If you don't have the credentials, you can click on the new account and you click on the read our docs. And here you can find the complete guideline how you can set up your Gemini API to your n8n. So I am not doing it over here because I have already connected my Google Gemini API account, and the model is Gemini 3 Flash Preview is okay because it gives me the correct output. So after connecting this Google Gemini chat model, what I will do, I will click on the execute button, and now if I click on the email classifier LLM, then you can see it is giving me a text field, the text output of that message. But we don't want this type of output. What we wanted something like this, that it will give us the category, the priority, the summary, and the recommended action. But it failed to give us the proper format. So now what I will do, I will click on the require specific output format, and if I go down, you can see that it is asking me to connect an output cursor on the canvas to specify the output format you require. So I will click on that. So after clicking on the output cursor, I will click on the plus icon, and I will select the structured output parser because it will return the data in a defined JSON format. And here I have to give the format, that how the data will look like. So I will give an example over here. So I will paste a format because I've already prepared that format. So the format will be like category is spam, the priority is low. There will be a summary, that short summary of the email, and the recommended action, that what the business should do. And I can click on the auto fix format, so it will automatically fix my formatting. After that, I need to add another Google Gemini model for a structured output parser. So I will select the Google Gemini chat model, and Gemini 3 flash preview is okay. And I will click on this tidy up button. So you can see now everything is showing in one page. Now I will press Ctrl A and drag it at the left. Now I will again click on the execute step button, and now it will give me the structured output format. And now if I click on that email classifier, you can see the category is general, the priority is low, and there is a summary that an automated transactional email from Handshake requesting account phone number verification to complete setup and enhance security, and the recommended action, that no manual action required. This is a system generated notification for the user to complete their profile verification. So this is very easy. And if I show you my email, so this is basically my email from Handshake AI, that it is asking me for verify my phone number on Handshake. A week, 1 or 2 ago before, I just created an account to see what it's all about, because it is an AI platform, but I haven't verified my phone number yet. So it gives me message time to time to remind me to verify my phone number. So this is basically a general type of message, no action required from my side. If I want, I can do that, but this is not very much necessary. But the main problem with this prompt, that it is unable to classify between an spam and a marketing email. Let's say I have subscribed to a newsletter and it gives me some message related to marketing type campaign. So this prompt automatically flag that message as spam. So if I show you an example of that, you can get a very good idea what is happening. So if you see this email, I have forwarded this from my another email account, and this is a newsletter. And if you see the subject, that I just shipped a production AI agent for a global enterprise. Here what I would teach your finance team. And this is clearly a marketing type of email. So I have subscribed to this email, but the problem with this email, that when I export this into n8n, the basic LLM chain automatically classify it as a spam. Let me show it to you. So now what I will do, I will click on the execute workflow, and you can see the Gmail trigger is working, and after that the email classifier LLM is running, and we got our output. Let's double click on that, and you can see the category is spam, the priority is low, and the summary is that an unsolicited promotional email from Leon at Onyx Data, something like this. But this is not a spam message, it is a marketing message, or it is coming from a newsletter. So we need to refine our prompt so that it can confidently differentiate between spam and marketing message. So what I will do, I will write another prompt and paste it over here at the prompt user message. I have already written that prompt. Let me show it to you. So this is my prompt 2, and it will now classify my emails into 6 categories, and you can see the categories: sales, support, complaint, marketing, general, and spam. Everything is okay with this prompt. We have to just show you about the marketing category, that a legitimate promotional newsletter, informational or content update email. Let's say newsletter, weekly newsletter, product announcement, promotional offers, big news updates, YouTube Rumble channel updates, subscription updates, company announcements. So if it finds something like this, then it will automatically classify it as marketing. And here I have prepared a note also, that a legitimate promotional or newsletter email is not spam. If the email is clearly from a legitimate sender and it contains normal marketing or informal content, classify it as marketing. And if I show you for the spam, that clearly unwanted, deceptive, fraudulent, malicious or obvious junk emails. Examples can be phishing emails, scam messages, fake price notifications, lottery scams, suspicious unsolicited messages, obvious junk mails. And here I have added another important note. Do not classify as email as spam merely because it is promotional, commercial or unsolicited. Legitimate promotional emails should be classified as marketing. And other things are the same, so I will copy this prompt and paste it in the source prompt. Now I will paste my prompt over here. So this is my new prompt. As you can see, classify the email into exactly one of these categories: sales, support, complaint, marketing, general and spam. Now I will again execute this workflow and let's see what we will get. Let me tidy it up. So everything is organized now. Let's click on the execute workflow. So the Gmail trigger is working and the email classifier is working. And now if I double click, then you can see our category is marketing. It is clearly showing the category is marketing. So our primary work has been done. Now what I will do, I will pin my message. So I will pin this and I will pin the output. So I will save this. It will automatically pin for the test execution. And let's select all the workflow and put it over here. And after that, I will click on the plus icon and I will add a Google Sheet node. But before that, I have to create a Google Sheet which will be a log for the email classifier. So as you can see, I have created a log email classifier Google Sheet. And if I show you the column name, the first one is date, the second one is email ID, then the third one is sender, subject, category, priority, summary and the recommended action. Now I will connect this Google Sheet to my basic LLM chain and I will map the field manually. So let's do it. So here I will search for Google Sheet and the action should be append row in sheet. So if you look over here, that I have already created the credentials, but if you don't have the credential, click on the create new credential and click on the read our docs, and you can get the full documentation how you can connect your Google Sheets to n8n. So I will not doing this right now, but if you need a separate video how you can connect your Google Sheet and Gmail account, then let me know in the comments. I will try to make a separate video on that. The resource should be sheet within document. The operation will be append row and we will choose our Google Sheet file, which is log email classifier, and the sheet, I have only one sheet, so I will select the sheet 1 and I will map each column manually. So if I go down, I have to bring the date, email ID, sender, subject from my Gmail trigger, but for the category, priority, summary, I can get from the output of email classifier LLM. So let's drag the category over here, then priority, then summary, and then recommended action. So this is basically the beauty of n8n. You can just simply drag and drop. You don't have to write the codes. After that, I will expand the Gmail trigger to find out my ID, date and everything. So for the email ID, you can find out that we have the ID at the top. So I will drag it in the email ID section. Then if I go down, I have to find out the date. So you have to go down a little more. And you can see I can use this date. And if you want this date, here we have the date and time also. So we will drag the date over here. Now we have to find out the sender name, who sent us that message, and I can simply drag this address, so it will give me the sender name. And here you can see we have the email. It is showing me the output also, that what will be the output. Then I have to drag the subject. So let's find out the subject. And if you can see here we have the subject, but it is showing that subject forwarded everything, but we don't want that. we want just the raw subject. So what is basically the subject? So we have to find a little more. So here we have the subject. It is showing just FWD, that means it is forwarded, and then we have the subject over here. So I'll drag this field, and here you can see the output. So everything is mapped correctly. If I again do the execute workflow, but before that I will unpin everything, and let's unpin from Gmail trigger, and I will click on the execute workflow, and let's see what will happen. So the email classifier LLM is running behind the scene, and the append row in sheet is working, and the workflow executed successfully. So now what I will do, I will go to the Google Sheet, and let's see if we get any kind of output there. So I am in the Google Sheet, and you can see that we have got a log for the email classifier, and we have the date, then the email ID, then the sender email, and here we have the subject, the category is marketing, the priority is low, and the summary. You can see the summary: a promotional email from Onyx Data advertising a 6-hour masterclass on agentic AI for finance and analytics team for September 2026, and the recommended action that review the masterclass detail for potential professional development or archive if not interested in AI training for finance. So this is the complete workflow. So now I am going to publish this AI automation, and let's see. We can name it as email classifier 101 and hit publish. So now it will automatically check my Gmail for events and trigger execution for them. So we don't need to check any of this because it is already published. So now as it is published, I have prepared some messages. I will send those messages from my another email, and let's see can it perform well. So this is my another email. Here I will write down the email address to whom I am going to send my message. This is the subject of message: urgent quotation request for 100 units. And this is the message that, hi, we are interested in purchasing 100 units of your premium product for our company. And I will send it. And now if I show you that I have another row in my Google Sheet, and this is the date, this is the email ID, and this is coming from the same email from where I have sent my previous email. The subject is urgent quotation request, so everything is fine. Category is sales, priority is high, and the summary is David is requesting an urgent quotation, and recommended action that have a sales representative provide a competitive quotation and estimated delivery dates immediately to secure this time sensitive high volume order. So now you can see that how it is working at the back end. Now I will compose another message. Now it will be related to support, that unable to access my account, and here I am writing that, hi support team, I am an existing customer but I have been unable to log into my account since yesterday. So something like that. So I will send it, and let's see what it will give me. Now I am in my Google Sheet account, and now you can see a record has been added to my Google Sheet account, and the sender is the same person, and the subject is unable to access my account, and this is support, and the priority is medium. And what is the summary? That an existing customer is unable to access her account and reported that a password reset did not resolve the issue. The recommended action should investigate the account status for any logs or technical errors and provide manual assistance to help the customer regain access. So you have seen that how AI automation is working behind the scene. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you find it useful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you need any kind of information related to your business which can be automated, you can find out my email in the description below. This is the first part of this video. In the subsequent videos, I will create an AI agent, so it will automatically go to your Google Sheets, and based on the recommended action, it will take the action. But before that, it will ask you for the permission that I am going to perform this task. Will you allow me to do it? So if you say yes, it will go and perform that task. I have created another video on AI automation which is basically my AI Python code assistant. So if you haven't watched that video, I will link that video here so you can go and check it out after this video. See you in the next one. Till then, happy automation.